I'm Lynn B. I'm your host of Funny Minds, and we're going to take this time to speak to all of our not only our guests but our audience. And this has been a while coming. We've already launched our 25th episode, so it's time for you to understand and know us. For the people who don't know us, how about you, Eddie?
No, you're scaring me. I don't I don't I don't
That's
know
not
if I
that
wanna
hard to
know
do.
you. I don't know if I wanna know you. I know it's a little too late, you're my mother, but I'm Edward Biss, and I'm the co-host, and, this podcast was launched as, uh, or I should say by my mother, Lynn Biss, Lynn B, and, this was her vision, and, she brought me aboard, and our, overall goal was really to get very anybody that we found interesting, had something to talk about, something to tell the world about, and any walk of life, doesn't matter what they do, bring them on the show and really give the listeners and the viewers some interesting content, something to listen to, something that they want to sit back and hear more of. And in the meanwhile, add our own little brand of humor, which we've had basically our whole lives.
Well, that's
you know,
true.
being an odd, an odd couple, a mom and son as a podcast is not your everyday thing. But here you have it. She's got purple hair, and I'm not a millionaire. So what are you going to do? Here we are, and we're
But we'd
excited.
like to
And
be.
yeah, it would be wonderful. And really, the fact that she had the vision of helping St. Jude's Children's Hospital and women's breast cancer along the way, as far as money, as we grow and we bring on people to advertise and work with us and partner with us, we'd like to give back to those organizations. And I thought that was special, unique, and you don't see that every day. And that's something that should stand out to our viewers and future viewers, because that's very important to us. But we like to just keep it light, have fun, and just like everybody else on this planet, live, love, and laugh. And we're just
And
trying to bring it to you.
I think that's the most important thing. And I think, well, I'm gonna go back a little bit and give you a little history on me, because I'm like one of those. I was always one of those naughty kids that never did anything like real bad, but I was always very mischievous kid, always getting into some kind of trouble. I spent most
You're
of
my
my high
mother.
school
I don't want to hear how
most of
naughty
my high
you
school years
are.
in detention for
I don't
stupid
want to
little
hear how
things.
naughty you.
But I am.
Oh,
And I had Eddie very early in life, so it's like he's my best friend, and we can tell each other anything, and we laugh like hell. And the apple didn't fall far from the tree, because we both have a very sixth sense of humor when it comes to a lot of things. So
a little bit.
having him
Un
as a
poquito.
co-host was like
Poquito.
my first thought. Like, if anybody's going to be a co-host, it's going to be Eddie, because I couldn't imagine doing this with anybody else than my son.
Well, actually, you could probably the Chippendales.
No,
If they agreed
I
to
don't know
sign
about
on, you would work with them. Don't lie to me.
that.
Shirtless men. Yep.
Bottomless ones too, but what do you
Oh
that's not
God.
something we see very often. But you know, the our audience that we're looking for is just people that really want to have a light-hearted podcast to listen to, but yet listen to a lot of very interesting people. And we've had recently some very, very interesting people on, which you're going to see in these future episodes and going forward. And we're never going to forget our musicians, because I think interviewing musicians are absolutely some of the best people in the world, and having comedy people on the
Yes.
show. Yes, they're not doing their regular stand up. They're they're comedians who are gonna tell you about how they got into comedy, but yet they have a different type of sense of humor than most people would have. Of course, we haven't had any athletes on yet, and we really would love to get that going.
That's because
Um,
Tino Martinez, and I'm gonna call him out,
uh-oh, Tino.
Tino
Uh-oh.
Martinez, right? But yeah, we'd like to have definitely some more athletes on here to get their perspective, and really for us, the sky's the limit. As far as what you do, how you do it, as long as it's interesting and it's gonna rivet our audience and make them want to buckle down and listen and enjoy their ride home or whatever they're doing. We're trying and we're striving really to get the most interesting people possible on here
Yes.
and let them loose and let them share their knowledge and their experience and give you, the listener and the viewer, just great content. That's it. That's
Also, like, what I'd like to say that, we've had, like I said, we've had some very interesting people and more coming up, but it's not always about the comedy. Although I say in life, like, you have to make good from bad, and to get out of a situation, comedy is the best, laughing is the best medicine, and that is true. But there are some, other people whose lives that are going to come on our show who have not had that comedy in their life, but have taken what they've gone through and made something really good out of it, and can now laugh and can now be happy. So that's important too. That, people, there's a lot of life lessons to be learned in the people that you're going to see on our show. And you don't have to watch, you can listen, even though we're a video podcast. And I would love it if you would watch us, because we're so beautiful, and you would just, how could you
I
resist
I mean,
not
my
watching us?
God, purple hair,
Yeah, I know, really. But, if you don't have the time to
like an
actually
old lady with
watch,
purple hair. Come on.
don't call me old lady. I'll give you old lady.
Come
You're getting to be an old
on.
man too. But, you can also listen. If you don't have the time to watch, and then you might feel something's really interesting. Wow, let me look at who this person is. And that's fine. Either way you do it is fine with us. We're happy for the support. We're thankful for anyone and everyone that has supported us up till now. Um, I'm finding a lot of great people on LinkedIn. I have to really give LinkedIn some big kudos, because there's a lot of very, very good people on there. I'm going to give Apple some really big kudos, because we are finding some very, very good guests coming from that show. And of course, my son knows like everybody in the
Awesome.
world. So, you know, he has so many
Yeah,
people.
I don't know about that.
And we are gonna do that cook-off with Julian. One of these days, we gotta do that cook-off, the
Oh, that's an
balls.
iron if that's an
Oh,
iron go
yeah.
that's gonna be a whole different production. But I'd like to say that, in the upcoming future, we're gonna strive to enhance our video aspect and add a little bit more element to it, maybe some post editing and some funny stuff in there that we could add to enhance the experience for our video people. But our audio people, um, really, the bottom line is we want the most interesting content that we could throw at you. No matter what genre it is, as long as it's interesting and listen
Mhm.
worthy, and you could drive home from work or you could do whatever you're doing and you could buckle down and you could listen to something really interesting. I don't care what it is. So that's really where we're at and that's where we want to go. And then in the future, we're going to enhance everything that we produce, whether it be audio and visual or splicing and cutting and enhancing our production.
Or getting
Um,
some people to do us in 3D and we come in and out. Wouldn't that be
no, you
like,
don't want to
no, you don't wanna do that?
3D. Then would be
Ooh.
uber creepy.
I think that would be super
That
No,
would be
we could be like the mimes that, walk around and and do things. We could be
Or
cartoon
we could be
characters or
like that
something, right?
weird sock puppet I made my wife every time she yells at me, called Yapping Mouth. Yap, 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 yap. I swear I did that. I made a sock puppet called Yapping Mouth, and I put
Happens.
lipstick on it with fake eyes. I drew eyes, and
Oh my God, it's almost like
every time Lisa would yell at me, I would pull it out and be like, "Yap, yap, 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 yap." Oh yeah,
that's like who was that? Lamb Chop. Lamb Chop.
lamb
That's
chop. Only it
Lamb
was
Chop is so
Yapping
funny.
Mouth.
Poor Lisa. She's such a
Oh,
sweetheart. My
what a
daughter-in-law is a
hero.
saint.
She's my hero. She deals with me.
Oh yeah, she's a saint. She's
She
by all means, that woman is a saint, and she deserves a halo right now.
Oh god. We
But
actually need to do a podcast with Lisa so the world could see
yeah, yeah.
what a freaking, Navy SEAL she is.
And you know what? They met. I was telling somebody yesterday this story. We went to Disney, and that's when Disney had Pleasure Island. And I love Pleasure Island, but we went there, and half the time the first couple of days everything was great, we're all together, and all of a sudden he disappears, and where's Eddie? Oh, he's with this girl. What girl? I don't know. We met a girl on Pleasure Island. So
Which girl?
the day we had to leave, we're all at the airport. There's no Eddie. I'm having a fit. I'm like dying. Like with the last ones, everybody's gotten on the plane with the last ones. Here he comes waltzing up, and I'm like, get on the plane. Where the heck were you? Get on the plane. He doesn't say a word, nothing. And that was Thanksgiving. We were there at Thanksgiving. Christmas morning, he gets up and he tells us, I'm getting married. I said, you getting married? He says, yeah, I'm getting married. I said, to who? He says, Lisa. Lisa who? The girl you met at the airport. What airport? When? I never saw her.
Yeah.
I was so frantic about getting on the plane. I didn't even notice that this poor girl was standing there. So she came up 2 weeks later. He put his termination in. He was gone 2 weeks after that, and he's been in Florida for 22 years. So go figure.
That's how it
It
all
was
works.
fate that I made. I said, we're all going on vacation. You're coming too. Your brother's coming. We're all going, and that's
And
it. I
you're
don't want to
gonna
hear nothing.
meet some chick and marry her. I wish you would
And
have told
there
me
you go.
that so I would have known.
And there you go. So if
But
we hadn't had that vacation,
that's how we wanna rope in our audience. We wanna meet them out of nowhere in downtown Disney and then marry them.
I don't know, maybe we're going to Disney this in December. Maybe I'll meet somebody too. You
No,
never
you won't.
know.
No,
I
you
won't.
won't.
Okay. I'll meet Donald.
As usual, you're gonna meet Magic Mike.
Oh God. He
No, not
comes out this
literally, the
weekend.
movie. You're
Magic
gonna sit in a hotel room and watch the damn movie.
I think his movie comes out this weekend. I think it's
You,
Super Bowl
Magic
ticket.
Mike, and a big bottle of lotion.
Oh my God,
Easy.
he's so gorgeous. To have him on the show would be that would be it for
He
me.
lives down here in Tampa. We could beg and plead
Oh,
and
I will. I will. I didn't look him up to see if he's on LinkedIn. I did find Patrick Mahomes on LinkedIn. I did send out a message for you, Eddie, but I
yeah,
haven't
good
heard
luck.
anything yet. You never know. You
Hey, listen,
never
as long as he
know.
wins me the Super Bowl Sunday, I don't care.
Well, but you never know. Somebody might, in his people might say, "Oh, look, this girl's son really is in love with this guy, and he's the perfect quarterback for him. Let's give them a shot and be on their podcast." You never
Are you
know.
saying you're in love with Patrick Mahomes?
No,
Oh,
you
oh,
are.
like a man
You for
crush?
you for
Like a
you.
man crush?
Oh, you have a big man crush on that man.
Do I? Yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
you do. You do. Tell
I
the
want
truth.
me and
Come on.
Patrick just hanging out in Greece in our bathrobes.
Show your
No,
arm.
we go.
Let's see your tattoo. Let's see the tattoo.
I don't know if I can, but I think I can.
Look at the tattoo, the Kansas City tattoo.
Kansas
All you
City
Kansas City fans out there, there you
Chiefs.
go. Sorry, guys, I have no tattoos to show you.
You have a tramp stamp with an arrow pointing down. It says
I
enter.
do not. I'd love to get a little four-leaf clover, but I've always been afraid of,
You have a
needles.
tattoo of a dirty banana on your clavicle.
Dirty banana. I could draw it on there. For St. Patrick's Day, I paste one on my face, that I can pretend. We have to do a segment one time. I don't know, we'll do it with somebody. I don't know who, maybe James, I don't know, of words. You know how people just, you think about a word and
Like
you
George Carlin,
know, like a word, like somebody will say
like
but
neck,
wait, let me say training bra.
training bra,
Training
right?
bra. Where did they get training bra? What are you training? How are you training?
You're
Like,
training your bra,
but
apparently.
what is your bra training you
Well, every
for?
once in a while, and it has been proven that your bra can get a little ornery and out of control, and you have to train it to be a better bra.
But I mean, we have to do a segment on crazy words and phrases,
That's true. We
Yeah, we
should. I
should
could come up with
too.
a billion of them.
Oh, absolutely,
Like
absolutely.
neck sack. What is a neck
Next,
sack?
the next
Do you
neck.
hold extra neck parts in your sack in case your neck
I
doesn't
do.
work? Like, my neck's not working. Well, get in the sack and get some of the wrenches out of there. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we could go crazy with that.
Yeah, I think we should do one of those. Do you think James would be a great person for that?
Yeah,
He
without a
would.
doubt. Actually,
He
Martin
would.
would because he's got a horrible accent. And and we do have a bet on the game, Martin and I.
Yeah, well,
So
when is Martin
let's
coming on the
go,
show? 'Cause
Kelsey.
wait, no, when's Martin coming on the show? Because I have a sheep for him.
A show, that's right. He does like
Yes,
sheep. He does like sheep
yes.
a
I
lot.
got that sheep for Martin.
Well, I will have to have him on in March. I'll reach out and after I whip his ass and collect the $50, I'm gonna say 50. Oh, and you're taking this slot this day, and that'd be part of the
And
deal.
that's it. And you're gonna
And then
do
we
it.
could get an overdose of what it's like for Welshmen to express their love of sheep
Yeah, well, that's it.
and
I mean, he would be in his
enlighten the
glory.
world with what's going on over there because no one knows. No one knows that Welsh dudes love sheep, you
I
know?
know. I didn't even know that Martin
Like
loved
you
sheep.
think ask any girl in New Jersey and go, "Hey, Anna, do you know that Welsh guys like sheep?" She'd be like, "What are you talking about?
Yo,
What did you call me?"
are you
You know,
kidding
like that's
me?
what
What? Hey,
you call me?
Bob. Hey,
You called
Bob.
what'd
What
you
the
call me?
hell?
Fucking cheap? You called me cheap? You know, like, no. Welshmen like sheep. So you can't. So the world doesn't know it, but it exists. It's a thing.
And
Really is.
also Joe, Joe, I really wanted to go back over the loofahs. I got him 2 loofahs.
Joe's coming
I
on.
wanted to tell him because he's getting ready. I don't know, does he
No,
ah,
Joe will be on. Joe will be on. He's so
okay.
yeah, he's just, he's become one with the ashram.
With what?
He's I think he's into Buddhism now. I don't know.
No,
I think
not
he's
Joe. Not Joe.
Joe
Not
Joe
Joe.
Murphy. Joe Murphy,
He'd
the
have to shave his
enlightened
head.
ashram. He's got like like incense burning, and he's like, "All righty then," you know.
Sensei. Yes, sensei. No, he'd have to shave his head, and he would never do that.
No, he's not shaving his head, but we
Uh,
definitely have to get Mister Little Caleb on.
wait, did you see what I showed you?
Caleb,
See what I
I'm his
showed you?
biggest
They
fan.
answered me. Someone on Caleb's site answered me.
Probably his parents, since
I'm
he's
getting
6.
close. I'm getting close to getting
I
Caleb
love him.
on.
He's like my hero.
I
I need
know,
him on the show for my
oh,
sanity.
Caleb, we really want you on our show.
Caleb,
Oh my God,
come
little
on the
dude.
show, mate.
Oh,
I
he's
won't
so
talk about
cute.
Welsh men with sheep, I promise. I will just strictly talk about how badass you are as a drummer. You're the man. I want to be in your band.
He is
I
5
want to
years
have your
old.
baby.
It's 5
But
years
even though
old. He's having
you're
people.
our baby, you can't have your baby. He's a baby. He's 6 years old. Maybe he's
I thought he
7 now.
was
Holy crap.
5. I thought he
I
was
don't
5 years
know.
old.
We can't prove anything. All I seen was a diaper and drumsticks. But he's insane.
Oh my God, you have to go on Facebook and Caleb the drummer, you have to bring him up. Everybody's got to look at him. He is phenomenal, this little baby boy. He is so
With a
unbelievable.
sweet mohawk, crushing
Yeah,
every damn song you could imagine.
I
On
know. He's so adorable. He's just so adorable.
he's like a 55-year-old midget. That's what he is. That's what
Aw.
I think. I don't think he's a child. I think he's 55. He's just a small person.
No, he's
Like I
not.
don't
He's a cute
know.
little boy. He's a cute little boy that
He's
loves
yeah,
drums.
he's a little boy who's a crushing drummer.
Yeah, could you imagine when he's an adult? What I mean,
No,
like he's gonna like have it made in life. He
yeah, he's
really
gonna
is.
get the world in a headlock and just beat it with his.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's gonna be up there with the greats. He
Yeah,
really is.
if he
Just
stays
like
the course,
Jonathan.
he stays the
Jonathan
course.
too.
Jonathan too. Jonathan rocks. If he
Yeah.
stays the course, and I'm sure his parents are guiding him well, there is no way he could fail. Like the
No,
world is
you're
his to
right.
lose, in
You're
my
right.
opinion.
So whenever and I'm gonna send this when this episode comes out, I'm sending it to Caleb's mom because I would love for her to see that we're talking about her son. And I want him on our show in the
Yes,
worst way.
Caleb.
I want
Or I'm
Caleb,
gonna make
I
you go
want
to your
Channing
room, damn it.
Tatum, I want Patrick Mahomes.
Channing Tatum. Yeah. Okay. Well, welcome to Spanktravision. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes, obviously. Hello.
Oh,
He's
yes.
basically Patrick Christ.
Oh, he's so
Um,
unbelievable.
he's a shit. He's
Well,
just
it's very for me, it's gonna be
not
very
only a
tough.
great quarterback, but a great person. You know, really just a good person. And that in professional sports says a lot.
It
You know,
does.
when you get to that level and you have the view of the whole world, the whole planet,
Mhm.
basically, and yet you can maintain your morals and your standards, you're a rock star.
He
Absolute rock,
is. He is. But
without a
there's
doubt.
2 other people that I have to talk about that I would really want, and I hope somebody hears this, and that would be, Joe Montana because he's my absolute favorite.
Montana.
He is my
Okay.
favorite quarterback of all times, Joe Montana, and Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw
Well, Terry,
cracked
yeah.
me up
Well, obviously
so
Joe's the man,
badly.
but
He is the man.
Terry's
He's
a
the man.
rock star. Terry's a freaking rock star.
Oh my God, he's so funny. He is so funny.
He's just a beast. He's the shit. And
You
he's
watch
been the
his show,
shit
Tommy,
since
Tommy, Tommy. He's always yelling for his wife.
No, Terry is since I was a child, Terry Bradshaw was like I idolized him. He's a rock star. He's an absolute
Oh,
rock
he
star.
is. He is. And don't laugh at Joe Montana. He was
I'm
an
not laughing at Joe
absolutely
Montana. I'm just laughing at
incredible
you because you're a hooker.
quarterback. But he was my favorite quarterback. I loved
Yeah,
him.
but you're a hooker.
Well, that's beside
You're
the
a
point.
hooker. But
Beside the point. He's
that's
happily
why I was
married.
laughing. But no, Joe Montana's the man. Are you kidding me?
He's
He's
unbelievable.
he's all time, every time.
He is.
That's who I would love to have.
Who?
Oh man, Deion Sanders, Showtime.
Ooh.
Deion. You want
You
to
think?
talk to someone exciting who has a wealth of experience, knowledge, and wisdom in life and in football? It's Deion Sanders. He is just insane. I love him. He's coaching football now. He's coaching. I
Really?
believe he's coaching college. Yeah, he's killing it.
Is he
And,
really? Oh, I didn't know that.
he's a guy I would love to have on the show because he would have so much to talk about, and people would
Wow.
love to hear what he has to say.
Okay. All right.
Yep,
I
put
agree
him
with
on.
you. I
You're on a
mean,
list, Deion.
Yeah. All of you out there listening, we want you on our show. and anybody, like our audience, if there's someone that they know that they think would be a really good fit for our show, you can go on our website at funnyminds.com, and there's a form that you can fill out, or you could just email us, Lynn at funnyminds.com or Edward at funnyminds.com, and let us know. Yeah, hey, I know so and so, and they'd love to be on your show. Give us a summary, and let's see if they're a fit for our show. And when you
Yes,
go on Funny
absolutely.
Minds, when you go on our website, which I think is
You have
really a
spider
cool
webs in
website,
your face? What's going on there?
we have a store, and you could buy, you can't see, but I have my Funny Minds shirt on, but we have
Okay.
all kinds of
Oh, thanks
things.
for flashing everybody. Jesus Christ.
I mean, like, we have a store,
I
you can
don't
get
have
to
any
the
beads to
store from
throw at.
there, and, you can get phone cases and shirts and bandanas and, um, dog bowls and little trays that the dog or the cat, the stuff can sit on, and, little kids, we have stuff for little kids, their
You
socks,
could get
no
this and that.
underwear yet. That's what I should
It's
tell
going,
people. Funny Minds,
hey,
Funny Minds
hey, just
Doll.
go in a store, you get this and that, you know?
And also on our website is our donate button for, like Eddie was saying, our two organizations that are very important to us is St. Jude's Children's Hospital, absolute must, and Women's Breast Cancer. Can't say enough about those two organizations. And there's a big purple donate button. Please go on, please donate. They're doing marvelous things, and, we can't thank both of those organizations enough for everything that they do for people, for the children, and for women with breast cancer. And, I know some people that are breast cancer survivors, and they're doing wonderful, and I'm so happy, that they've come so far with so much research, and it's all because of you, the people who donate the money, and the children too at St. Jude's. So many of those children have walked away, and they beat cancer, or they beat leukemia or whatever, and it's because of all of you that do this for them. So anybody, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for anybody who donates and gives to these organizations, because it's really important. Don't you think?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Uh, I mean, throughout the years, I've been fortunate enough performing musically to help raise money for all sorts of not just charities, but situations. Raising money for deputies that were killed in the line of duty here in Tampa.
Mhm.
We've done
Mhm.
shows for them. Deputies who have had cancer, done shows for them. People with children that have autism, have done
Mhm.
shows for them. And I have also done a charity for St. Jude's back in the day with the Carnival of Crew. And so throughout my career, it has been very important to definitely help give back and raise money and awareness at the very least, um, wherever you can. I was fortunate enough to work at Tampa General Hospital back in the day and did some shows for the children in rehab for Christmas. And I was joined by some excellent musician friends of mine here in Tampa who helped me, one of which Jay Hodge, who is a Hillsborough County deputy, and Mr. John Sonner, who is a noted musician here, who gracefully gave their time. So giving back is something definitely that is a big part of our everyday life, and has been for a long time. So when we decided to partner, in regards to this platform, it was special, and it's definitely a driving force, and it should, without a doubt, open people's eyes to helping, and at the very least, get involved in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I've
Definitely.
I've always and I've always taught my children to give back to the community, give back to friends, give back, to anybody in need, help people in need. And it's something that I've always done. I mean, throughout my time and where I lived, I think I belong to every single organization, go and raise so much money for so many different kids organizations in town, coach, did this, did that. I mean, it was always so very important to me to be able to do that. And I also, put that on to my children too, how important it is to give back in life. Don't be that person that turns their head and walks away, because you might be that person one day that needs help and you're looking for it. So it's very important for people to remember, that we come first. We come first in doing things for the people that surround us, not only people that we know or friends of, but the people that surround us in our community, in our state, in our country. So I think it's very important that we put all of us, first and help.
Yeah, without a doubt. And also too, St. Jude's Children's and Women's Breast Cancer are just two organizations and two of the most important that we found to partner with. But that does not mean that down the road we will not partner with other people to help as well.
Oh, absolutely.
One area that we'd love to look into is mental health. And that is a massive, massive, massive um, issue for everybody in this world, not even the country, the world.
Right.
So
Right.
eventually, we'd like to partner with someone in that regard to help them as well.
Yes. Yeah, definitely I agree with you. And COVID has brought out the worst of it, and maybe, you could look at the pros and cons of everything in life. And I think one of the pros of COVID is the fact that it really gave people a bigger understanding of what depression really is, and that people need people and they need help, and it made more people ask for help. And I think that was kind of a wonderful way, or maybe, it was kismet, it was karma, it was whatever you want to call it. But mental health is very, very important. And yes, I agree with my son that we will get involved with somebody, and whoever that person is, I can't tell you right now, but we are going to get involved in mental health, and because we're mental ourselves anyhow, but that's beside the point. Um, but no, seriously, it is something that's
Well, it's
very
it's just
important.
something that affects everybody.
It does.
Literally everybody, every family. No one escapes it.
No,
There is
no.
no mental health proof. There's no, preemptive. It's just
Right.
it's part of everyday life. It's part of everyday family, and it
And
has
it's nothing to be
come to the
ashamed of.
forefront in such a strong way that everything from our soldiers to our police to our
Nurses,
nurses,
doctors.
first responders, all
Yep.
the aspects of the job that affect them, um, and then just everybody on the planet, really. I mean, it's
The
just
teenagers that had to go through all of this in COVID and been locked
teen
up,
depression,
yes, and
absolutely.
and mothers of that suffer from postpartum depression. And I mean, there's so many different things, and it's never be ashamed, and you should never not want to ask for help. Everybody should always ask for help. If you think you need it, um then do it and go for it, and you'll be so much happier once you've done that and somebody steps up and starts helping you, and you start realizing, you are that good person, you are a better person. You don't have to think the thoughts that you were thinking, that, you know, maybe we could eliminate a lot of the suicide in this world if we could help so many more people.
Yeah, without a doubt, we want to, partner with someone who really encompasses all of the aspect of mental health
Right.
wellness. And
Exactly.
on a lighter note, I'm gonna have some serious mental health issues on Sunday if the Chiefs don't win. So
Well,
we could start with me, and start formulating a special med that I could start taking either
well,
before, during, or after, I don't know.
I think
Um,
Lisa should lock you in the bathroom right now and
no,
with a bolt and
Lisa's
everything.
gonna
And
probably just
well, Sunday's
find
very
a
hard.
reason to go have a picnic with the cat, like she's gonna go somewhere and climb a
Sunday's
tree.
gonna be very hard for me because and I know this will air after the Super Bowl, but not too much further after it. But Eddie, of course, is a big Chiefs fan. And my other son, God bless his soul, who's passed on, he was a very big Eagles fan. So I have his hat sitting here, and I have a Kansas City shirt. So I'll wear the shirt, I'll wear the hat. I've
So in
got to root
essence,
for
you're
both.
almost like Kelsey's
I have
mom.
no other I have no other choice. I have to root for both.
No,
You
but
know?
you're like Kelsey's mom. You got Travis
Yes.
Kelsey and his
Yes.
brother, and the super, like, his mom
Yes.
can't lose.
I know. She wins either way, you
She
know.
wins either
But
way. She wins and loses at the same time. It's just there's no way
but
out.
I keep telling him his brother's gonna be a spirit on the field, so he better watch out. He might be kicking a lot of ass out
I
there.
I hope not. That's all I need.
Well, we're gonna have to say goodbye to all of you, but of course you'll all see us again. But we really felt that it was time for us to take the time to introduce you to us, aside from you seeing us with people on the show. And we're not any different together as we are with people on the show. In fact, we're probably crazier, but we're saving that. We don't want you to think we're too crazy.
Un poquito.
Un poquito. Grande, grande. Um,
No.
but thank you
No
so much
bueno,
for
mommy.
listening to us. Thank you for supporting us. And don't forget Funny Minds and funnyminds.com. Go on there, investigate it, let us know how we're doing, give us a thumbs up, support us. And we're so
And a
happy
big
to.
thank you to all the people that have been on our show so far,
Oh God,
and
yes.
we are
Yes.
excited and can't wait for the
Yes.
future. We've had some complete
Great people.
rock stars,
The only
just
thing I feel really bad
incredibly
about,
interesting.
I feel so bad that at Tap Fest someone took my video cards, and so I had no video. I had to do it on audio, and it bothers me so much. So I really would like to have those people back on
Yeah, we
so you
will.
could see them.
We will. We'll have them all back on.
We
Absolutely.
will, because they were great people. I really enjoyed every one of them. And Alex was this week, and he was a piss and a half, Alex. Yeah. Alex Steele. He's so funny.
Steve.
Yeah, he's great. But everybody's been great. And I'm so thankful for everybody for being on the show and taking the time to be with us. So I'm gonna say goodbye to you all. And as always, be safe, be happy, and don't forget to laugh, because laughter is the best medicine for us all. So with
Yes,
that,
yes,
we say
yes.
bye now.